In this video, I'm going to show you how I eliminated joint pain completely without medication. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. It was more like a happy accident. I didn't know that what I was doing then would remedy my situation, but now I do, and I want to share it with you. Today's video is sponsored by LMNT, an electrolyte drink mix that has all the electrolytes your body needs in ratios backed by science and no sugar. In his book, Unlocking the Keto Code, Dr. Stephen Gundry talks about LMNT and recommends it. It's the same one that Andrew Huberman uses and recommends, and Dr. Peter Attia also uses it. I figure if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. I like to use it after a long workout or sitting in the sauna or a long trail run, especially here in Arizona when it gets really, really hot. It's great for keto or low carb, or if you're just trying to be healthy and keep your sugar intake low. If you want to try LMNT, right now LMNT is giving all of my viewers a special offer. You can go to drinklmnt.com/keto-with-JT and get a free sample pack. Now that sample pack is going to have one of each of their flavors, so you can try them all and figure out which one you like the best. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you to LMNT for sponsoring this video. I used to take 800 to 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen every single day. Back then, I identified myself as someone with having bad knees because they hurt so much and often.
We were talking about our bad knees and all the ailments that we have and stuff. So he just turned 47. I'm gonna be 47 in May. And we were laughing because we're like, we're almost 50 and we choose now to get into running.
And it wasn't just my knees, it was my shoulders, my elbows, my back, my hips, my neck. I hurt all the time. Basically, my joints hurt in general. I was popping pills like they were candy. Sound familiar? I sure hope not. But if you've clicked on this video, chances are good that you're dealing with some pain, and you're not alone. According to the CDC, about 1 in 4 adults in the US have doctor-diagnosed arthritis or joint pain. Arthritis is a broad term that covers a group of about 100 diseases. The word arthritis means joint inflammation. According to Fortune Business Insights, the global NSAIDs market, that's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, was $15.58 billion US dollars in 2019 and is projected to reach $24.35 billion by 2027. So, if you're looking to make some money, investing in NSAIDs is probably a good bet. And I remember thinking, at the time, the persistent pain was so annoying, and not just annoying, but frustrating. It was demoralizing and even depressing. I thought, if this is what it's like to get older, I don't want it. Have you ever felt that way? Do you feel like, well, I'm getting older, life as I know it is over, and I can no longer do the things that I want to do? And I knew it wasn't good to take so many painkillers, but how bad is it really? Taking an over-the-counter painkiller for situational things like headaches, injuries, painful periods, muscle strains, or pains is probably okay once in a while. That said, if you can avoid it, it's probably better. Over-the-counter painkillers can cause damage to the lining of your gut and lead to leaky gut, which can in turn create more inflammation. So it can actually be counterproductive and keep you in this never-ending spiral of pain. Other possible side effects for taking over-the-counter painkillers include indigestion, like stomach aches, feeling sick, and diarrhea, stomach ulcers, which can also cause internal bleeding and anemia, headaches, drowsiness, dizziness, allergic reactions, and in rare cases, problems with your liver, kidneys, or even your heart. The real problems of NSAIDs, over-the-counter painkillers, is when you're used on a regular basis. Kind of like what I was doing. One study showed that chronic NSAID use increases the risk of peptic ulcer disease, acute renal failure, and stroke, or myocardial infarction, which is a heart attack. An article in Physicians Weekly written by Dr. Madhukar Kasarla said, if overused, NSAIDs can cause great harm to patients. In fact, these drugs are one of the leading causes of hospitalization among patients admitted for adverse side effects because of medications. So what causes joint pain? The causes of joint pain are many and may include bad posture, overuse of joints like certain athletic activities like tennis, nutritional deficiencies, different forms of arthritis. Remember, there was like 100 different diseases, neurological problems, issues with certain organs like kidneys and the liver, and the list goes on and on and on. Insulin resistance can be a major cause because it can lead to chronic inflammation, which can lead to joint pain or just make it a lot worse. So what did I do to eliminate joint pain? Well, I should tell you that I was already exercising regularly, and that is number one. To exercise regularly. There is so much research showing that exercise is very helpful for reducing joint pain, especially if you're struggling with arthritis. If you're not exercising regularly right now, don't be overwhelmed by this. One of the easiest ways to get started is just to start walking. take a walk 20 to 30 minutes a few days a week. Number 2 is I improved the way I was eating. For me, that meant going keto. And to be fair, I had no idea that following a ketogenic diet or a ketogenic way of eating would completely reduce or even eliminate my joint pain. I decided to go keto for other reasons, but this was a very welcomed, even though it was unexpected, benefit. As we discussed earlier, insulin resistance can lead to chronic inflammation, which can lead to joint pain. And keto reduces insulin resistance and may heal it altogether. So if you don't want to do keto, at least try to reduce the sugar and carb consumption, and definitely work on eliminating processed foods. So here's a list of inflammatory foods that you want to reduce or avoid completely. Table sugar, sucrose, and high fructose corn syrup, added sugars, trans fats. Fortunately, those have been eliminated from our food supply almost completely. Refined carbohydrates, processed meats, MSG, gluten, artificial sweeteners like aspartame, vegetable oils, or industrial seed oils such as canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, and so forth. We also want to eat more anti-inflammatory foods. Some of the best foods that you can eat for reducing joint pain include fatty or oily fish like sardines, salmon, mackerel. They're high in omega-3 such as EPA and DHA, which may help limit certain proteins that cause arthritis. Pecans, walnuts, and hazelnuts, these contain another type of omega-3 called ALA. It has been shown to have anti-inflammatory effects. They also contain high amounts of fiber, calcium, magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. Next, we have dark leafy green vegetables, especially cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. These have been shown to protect against the development of arthritis and joint pain. They also contain powerful antioxidants, namely carotenoids, that help fight free radicals that cause inflammation. Next, we have olive oil. Olive oil contains nutrients called polyphenols, which prevent the release of inflammatory compounds. Garlic is also good. Studies have shown that garlic not only has the potential to boost your immune system, but may also have anti-inflammatory effects. Garlic consumption may also help fend off vampires. And that brings us to number 3. Number 3 is using the sauna. This is something I started doing a little more recently, maybe about 6 months ago. I go to 2 to 4 times a week for 20 minutes each time. My goal is to go consistently at least 4 days a week. Studies have shown that sauna bathing reduces systemic inflammation. Systemic inflammation means inflammation throughout your entire body. Sauna bathing decreases C-reactive protein, which is a leading blood marker of systemic inflammation. It's been shown that the more you go, the more it lowers C-reactive protein. There are other positive benefits, other positive health benefits to going to the sauna that go well beyond the scope of this video. It just makes you feel calm and relaxed, and it's awesome. And that brings us to number 4. Number 4 is I got more collagen in my diet. You can do this in 3 different ways: consuming bone broth, eating collagen-rich foods, and collagen-boosting foods. And I have a video all about that, which I'll link down below. Another thing you can do is consider taking a collagen supplement. I started taking a collagen supplement regularly, probably about a year and a half ago, over a year and a half ago. And after a while, I started noticing improvements.
One thing I want to add is I'm running down this very rocky terrain. I've been out here for several hours now, and a lot of times when I've done this type of workout, you know, my knees are sore at the end of it, and they're not sore at all. Over this last several months, like 8 months, I've been taking a collagen supplement every single day. For that reason, that was the reason I decided, okay, I want to start taking collagen, because I thought it would help with my joints. Oh man, I just realized today the significant impact that it has had. I'm actually very happy.
So there you have it. These are the things that I've done, and they've completely eliminated all of my joint pain. In the past 5 years, I could probably count on one hand how many times I've taken ibuprofen. And it's always been situational, like I had an injury or I was sick or something, like when I had COVID. I feel so good. I feel better now in my early 50s than I did in my early 40s. Making lifestyle changes isn't easy. But if you could reduce your joint pain even a little bit, wouldn't it be worth it?